Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. This is girl Ralphie, and I want to do another video. No intro, nothing. I just wanted to do a video on just wanted to talk about some cyberbullying or bullying in general, not just cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is part of bullying. Bullying is bullying. But I was looking at this story here, and this kid, and I'm gonna let you hear him. This thing went viral. I don't know how long ago. I just saw it on my one of my apps over here. I don't know how long ago this came out or whatever, but this kid, his mom was asking him questions about him being bullied, and then she tweeted it for some reason, and a bunch of celebrities were showing him support and stuff. He's fine. I don't think he didn't. I don't think anything happened to him. He was just bullied and he was hurt about it. But let me let you hear him real quick, just so.
Just out of curiosity, why do they bully? What's the point of it? Why do you find joy in taking innocent people and finding a way to be mean to them? It's not okay.
What do they say to you?
They make fun of my nose. They call me ugly. They say I have no friends.
What'd they do to you at lunch?
Poured milk on me and put a hand down my clothes. Threw bread at me.
Is it just you?
Yep.
Or is it other kids too that feel that way?
Say it's other kids too.
How's that make you feel?
I don't like that they do it to me, and I for sure don't like that they do it to other people, because it's not okay. People that are different don't need to be criticized about it, because it's not their fault. But if you are made fun of, just don't let it bother you. Just stay strong, I guess. It's hard. But it'll probably get better one day.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So he got bullied. I don't know his name or nothing like that. I'm not gonna read his story, but it's just bullying in general. I think the whole bullying thing got stronger now. Like, I was never bullied. I did have a bully when I was younger. I was never the cool kid. I wasn't like in any team sports or nothing like that. I kind of grew up in the hood. I grew up in the hood, but and there was this kid. I remember his name, Michael Valenti. I'll say his name because he probably ain't shit right now, or he probably is. I don't know. But Michael Valenti, I remember, he was one of these kids. He came from a pretty good family, whatever. And he was going to my school, the high school I went to, and he thought he was gangster as hell. He was hanging out with the Lion Kings and stuff. He wasn't Hispanic by any means necessary. You know what I mean? But he used to mess with me a lot. Me and my other boy, Mike. Me and Mike rose together, and this other boy, Mike, always messed with me. I never said nothing because I was one of those. I was just like a little clown. I used to clown around, but I used to always hang out with Mike. That's pretty much it. Mike and two other kids, but I didn't really hang out, when I was younger. When I got into a teenager, yeah. But, one day, saw him in the street. He was talking shit. I had enough, and we got into it. His friends were there. There was a lot of people there. We fought. Now, I don't think he thought I was going to come at him like that. I think he thought that he was just going to say what he said and keep walking, and it was going to be, he was going to laugh about it later. But I was like, how old was I? I think I was like 12 or something. I came at him, man. I lunged down him, and I pretty much beat his ass. He wasn't expecting that, believe me. And ever since then, no, never, man, nothing. You know what I mean? Everything after that was really dangerous. Like I said, I went to a really hood junior high school, So if you got into some shit, you're probably getting stabbed or shot. So, I try to stay out of trouble and really didn't have any, people bothering me like that. But there were bullies. The difference now is that we have the internet. And with the power of the internet, comes a lot of stuff that a lot of windows open up. So Whereas when you were younger, you were dealing with one bully in your school, maybe one or two, and you knew who they were, so you could pinpoint them, and you could be like, if you tell your parents or your bigger brother, or even you tell the faculty or whatever, tell them, look, these guys are bothering me. Well, they can pinpoint the problem. It's John and David that are bullying, when we know that these are the bullies of the school. Where now you have the internet and you got people bullying from, somebody in New York is getting bullied from somebody in LA or somebody in Australia, and vice versa. So you got, international bullying going on just through a phone. He's carrying his phone and he puts a picture up and he's getting bullied, But, that's the society we live in now. Now, how do you handle that? A lot of ways to handle it. Just monitor what they're doing. Ask your kids how they're doing in school and all that good stuff. But also, I feel like nowadays, our sensitivity level has gone up. You gotta be careful what you say, what you write. It's like sensitivity levels through the roof. You can't say anything without somebody crying about it, or just losing their shit over it. But at the same time, I feel like back in the day, I remember my mom's boyfriend and other guys around me, not my dad, but my mom's boyfriend and my grandfather, whatever. They would tell me, not necessarily get into trouble, but it's like, look, man, you gotta defend yourself sometimes. And that's what I did with Mike. You have to know how to go about that. I feel like we can't say that anymore. We can't be like, yo, look, just punch him in the face. I tell my son, look, my son told me the other day, some kids in his class, he's like, oh, they didn't want to sit next to me. They don't want to be my friend anymore. I said, so? You know what I mean, so what? They don't want to sit next to you. You got your own Xbox, your own PlayStation, your own games. You got you got a big screen TV in your room. You have your brother who you hang around with all the time, because him and his brother are only 3 years apart. So, I'm like, you don't need them. So what, man? Like I try to, but I'm thinking like, at the same time, kids need friends. Kids need friends. They want to be, they want to be accepted by their peers and stuff. Fortunately, you got some shithead kids. If your child's one of those shithead kids, then just correct them too. You know what I'm saying? Because it could lead to other things. Bullying could lead to like, the kid who's being bullied, he gets bullied long enough. That's when we see these kids that shoot up schools and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they're not, and they go after the bully first. But trust me, when they go in there with whatever weapon they have or whatever, they're going after that bully first. And if your kid's one of those shithead kids that bully other kids, then he's gonna get got. But bullying's such a real touchy thing nowadays. Back in the day, you could tell him, just beat his ass, just punch him in the face. Even if you lose, it's okay. Nobody wants to lose, but it was okay to tell him that before. Now everybody's sensitive. You can't do that, because then you're a bad parent. You're gonna get all kinds of shit going on. But you got bullied. Like me. I'll go to the school. So my kids never been bullied. They kind of take care of each other. They go to the same school. They kind of look out for each other. But and thank God for that. But not every kid has that luxury. I didn't. If you get bullied, you go to school, talk to the faculty, and sometimes they don't do anything. You tell them, yo, look, my kid's telling me that this kid is saying this, doing that, whatever. They don't do anything. Then, well, if they don't do nothing, then I'm going to do something. I'm going to tell my kid to punch him in the damn face. When you got a kid with a bloody nose, I don't, and you call me, I'm going to be like, yeah, I know. I told him to. But then they're going to be like, oh, the parent this and the parent. Well, you didn't want to handle it, so I handled it. You know what I mean? Not that I punched the kid, but I told my son, hey, punch him in the face. My son got into something the other day because he had a friend, kid that was sitting next to him. I kept getting letters saying that he's saying this cuss word and this from the teacher. and that he said this, being disrespectful, whatever. And I'm like, yo, that's not like him, you know. He's not that type of kid. And come to find out, it was the kid next to him is the one teaching him these words and saying these words, and then my son's taking the blame for it. You know what I mean? So, you know, my wife went and spoke to the teacher, and she was like, nah, you ain't gonna paint him as a bad kid when you know you got another one right there that's teaching him this, because we don't say that. It was words that I don't say, you know, words that we don't say. So I was like, nah, you know, you gotta handle it then. That's a form of bullying, you know. My son, he's real timid, my older one. So with his friends, he kind of, you know, he's not the alpha. My little one's the alpha, but you know, it's just crazy, man. Like this kid here, man. This kid's probably gonna be president. He's probably gonna be president of the United States, man, or CEO of something big in the future. Watch, they're gonna push him to success. Hopefully that's what they push him to, and not to anything bad. But the bullying stuff is crazy, man. And it's all the internet. Internet's what makes it. You know, there's all kinds of information. Like, we didn't see stuff as bad before, but now we see. Now, since we got a worldwide view, since our perspective of the world before, when I was younger, was like this. Now it's like this. Now it's in 360. We can see all over. And, you know, I can go on my phone and see and actually know what's going on in, you know, in France right now, in some school in France, because somebody's going to post something, you know, and I can speak to somebody in Russia, you know. Let me not even say that, because people jump, oh my God, he said Russia. No, I can speak to somebody in Hawaii, you know what I mean? It's just the internet, man. It's just getting crazy. It's just crazy, man. You just got to monitor. You know, I'm not talking to older people. Older people, you should know what you're doing, even though you got some dumbass old people, dumbass people my age, posting themselves, hitting kids, and all that shit. People, God, Jesus, man. Stupid. But just monitor, man, and watch your kids. Watch what they're doing. Ask them how they're doing in school. Is everything wrong? You know, you see if they're coming home and they're kind of depressed. I noticed it in my son when he got in trouble. He was kind of a little bit too quiet. He would normally go and grab the tablet and start playing the game, but he didn't do it. He was just kind of quiet, sitting in his room, was like, "Yo, what happened?" And he told me, you know, so, you know, took care of it quick. But just gotta ask, man. Anyway, that's all I had. Just want to kind of hit up on that because I saw that video, man. It's crazy. I felt bad for the kid. But hopefully he goes and he knocks that kid the fuck out. You know, punches him in the shit. And that other kid understands. I know violence isn't a way to solve anything, but sometimes it helps. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, just enough. You know what I mean? Even if he loses that fight, the other kids will be like, yo, this kid just punched the hell out this. And they're going to start pouring milk down the other kid's shirt. You know what I mean? But anyway, like and subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next smoke.